Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia, and this week's journal share is a fabric and lace one that I've done as a custom order for a lovely Australian lady. Hi Christine. So on the base, which is several layers of lace, I've actually laid quite a large cream doily, and you can see the white and the off-white underneath that. There's a little pink trim on the edge here with flowers to give a little effect. The pages I sewed in by hand and left the dangles on the outside and attached some pearl beads to those. And on the front cover I've done some collaging. The theme for this journal was cats. Christine saw a previous journal that I'd done for a swap, and as a cat lover thought she would like a vintage cat journal. So I framed this beautiful photo with some trim off an old crocheted doily, and I really like how that came out. Up here and down here, these are some applique pieces with gold and sequins that give a bit of bling. Up here there's a little stick pin which you can actually remove. It's got some pearls and shiny bits in it. Some very old applique pieces that I've sewn onto that, and the seam binding is the tie is some sari silk in cream, which looks really pretty. Okay, so let's have a quick look inside. These journals don't have many pages, but you can see that they actually become quite thick. I do really enjoy doing them because of all the sewing, and sewing was what I did before I found junk journals. So the inside here is this beautiful quilting fabric, which is cream with tiny pink and yellow flowers, very pretty with a touch of green. And this is my first collage page. So I've got this gorgeous image of a young lady seated holding a very fluffy white cat, and I've added various lace pieces to that. And down here, half a doily, some lace under that, some pink Venice lace on that, some chiffon, some pleated sari silk, and up here a Venice lace applique with a pearl. This is a really old lace, beautiful cotton embroidered lace with on very, very fine fabric. So a combination of old and new laces, which I really enjoy, and the different colours. So I don't generally tea dye the laces. I think that there's a lot of variety provided by the different colours. So here is, on the back of each of the lace pages, I put the quilting fabric and then create a pocket with various laces. This one's got like a bit of a tiny doily, some pink seam binding, and some charms on a garment pin. This one says "for you." It's a little box with like a gift, and this one's a little sewing machine. So in that pocket I've just added some ephemera pieces. Vintage image of a lady with a cat, and I actually used some dyes to colour that pink. And here I've got a piece from Shinami Rose, one of her pages that I've shrunk down to make a little booklet. So that gives a little bit of pink to tie it all together. So Christine said she did like pink and also yellow, so I was fortunate to have this fabric which combines those two things. So this is my next lace page. It's an image of a cat by itself, beautiful big white fluffy cat with a huge bow. And I've put half a doily under there, an applique piece on the top with a little bit of that sequin bling, and up the top here and around the cat several pieces of plain or other laces. This one's a little bit pink, this one too, and some bling up the top here, which I've glued down. Everything else is sewn, but occasionally I will glue some of the trims. So this little pocket, I've left the threads and I have to check with Christine whether or not she'd like me to trim those off. This little pocket I really love. It was a very sheer, fine doily with a bit of embroidery on it. I cut it in half and created this little pocket, sewed this up here, and into that I've popped a couple of different things. So there's a pink tag, a little piece of ephemera, and this little envelope with some tickets. There's Shinami Rose tickets, and a little piece of paper as well. So I just like to send the journals out with some things in them, and Christine can either replace those with her own memorabilia or add to them. So this is my next collage page, and it's got this gorgeous image of this little girl holding this beautiful tiny kitten. So I've created a little pocket down here by folding a doily over, printed the word vintage onto some fabric with a stamp, done several pieces of lace around. There's a little bit of chiffon pearl trim. This is a butterfly applique, and this piece of lace here has the pink ribbon threaded through it. And into the little pocket, I just put this tiny envelope with a bit of paper in it. So you can still see the kitten poking out there. So this is the center of the journal, and I've made 2 lace pockets and decorated them with various things. So this one has a little bit of pink, and then this applique piece that's also got pink and then some pearls. And into that I've popped this old photo that I backed onto cardstock. This one's a Shinami Rose image. This one has the chiffon rose trim up the top, and then a couple of little cards that I've made. And again, one of the Shinami Rose pages from her journal kit about kittens. So this is a delightful image. It's this little girl leaning back on a cushion holding a small cat, and she's lying against this beautifully embroidered cushion. So around that I've done quite a lot of pink, half a doily, lace applique with a bow and pearl, and up here this beautiful trim which has netting and then pearls in the flowers. This is the other side of that lace doily that I made into a pocket. It has a tiny bit of embroidery down there, and this gorgeous tassel-y trim here which is very beigey colour, and another little bit of lace. So into that is a little pocket. That one's from Calico Collage, and a tag that I have. This image is beautiful. It's this little girl, and she has a bowl of milk, and there's a little kitten drinking out of that. So as well as pink, Christine liked yellow, so that's why I've used this one here. And there's this bit of lemon coloured chiffon embroidered trim, some very old lace around that, bit of fibre, and this chiffon, no, not chiffon, organza embroidered applique piece with a pearl. So this pocket here is a couple of layers of lace and a butterfly that I've punched out of yellow cardstock, and into that just goes a little postcard. And then this beautiful envelope from Calico Collage that has a couple of pieces in it. Of course, again, about kittens. So that's from Calico Collage, the journal kit called Lovable Kitties. And this is our final image, and beautiful lady with soft yellow dress, a little bit of pink, this beautiful white cat. So I've framed the image with this lace piece that has these dangles. Very old piece of lace that I've fussy cut there and sewed around. This is sari silk. I've placed some pearls into that, and a garment pin with the word wish on it. This is from a piece from a very old doily that I had, and then under that is just a little bit of lace. So there we have it, lace and fabric journal. I have to say I really have so much fun doing these. I really enjoy the sewing and all the collaging. Okay, thank you for watching.